My name is Dana, I'm 41, and I haven't felt like myself in. I don't even know how long. I'm not proud of what I'm about to say. But I need to say it. Out loud. Somewhere. It started the night Jared brought his friend home from college, Tarek. Tall, confident, black, polite. Dangerous in the kind of way that doesn't shout, just lingers in the silence. But this isn't about him. Not really. This is about how Greg, my husband of 12 years, used to be the one I couldn't stop staring at. When we first met, Greg made me feel seen, like I was the only woman in the room. His hands used to wander under dinner tables, his breath would find the back of my neck at the grocery store. I'd giggle like a schoolgirl. But lately, a kiss from him feels like a checkbox. A hug feels more like a reminder than an embrace. Last night, he kissed me goodnight, and I felt nothing. I even smiled, played my part. But inside, I flinched. We spooned in bed, but it felt like I was being held by a memory. And the worst part? He didn't notice. It wasn't always this way. I don't know when things shifted. Maybe it was 100 little moments, me brushing off his hand, him retreating to the garage. But I do remember the first moment I knew something was wrong. Tarek was laughing at something in the kitchen. Greg came up behind me, kissed my cheek. I felt cold. But when Tarek's eyes met mine, I felt heat. And that terrified me. Greg thinks if he touches me more, I'll feel closer to him. But I don't want more hands. I want more presence. He's a paramedic, always gone for long shifts, always coming back drained but acting like nothing's changed between us. Like we're still us. He'll walk in, drop his gear, and come kiss my neck while I'm chopping vegetables. And I'll flinch, just slightly. He never sees it. Or maybe he does, but pretends not to. Missed you, he said yesterday, wrapping his arms around me from behind. I said, yeah, and kept slicing zucchini. Then he spun me around, kissed me like it was supposed to fix everything. His lips were warm, familiar, but I didn't close my eyes. I couldn't. You okay? He asked. I'm tired, I lied. Later that night, he reached for me in bed, his hand sliding over my hip, searching. I stiffened, then turned away under the excuse of needing to adjust my pillow. He sighed. Not angry. Just tired. That's the thing about Greg, he's not mean. He tries. But it's like he's trying in a language I no longer speak. He thinks I need more sex. I need to feel like he sees me, not just wants me. And maybe I should have told him that before everything started slipping. But how do you say, I feel invisible with you, to someone who's trying to hold you every night? How do you tell your husband that when his touch lingers, it doesn't spark anymore, it suffocates? And what does it say about me that when Tarek leaned in to pour me wine that night, brushing my fingers accidentally, I felt something I hadn't felt in years? I've started to count how many times I pretend. Pretend I'm asleep when Greg reaches for me. Pretend I'm enjoying the kiss. Pretend I don't notice how careful he's being, like he's afraid I'll break. Last night, he walked in behind me while I was folding laundry and smacked my butt playfully, just like he used to. I didn't laugh. I froze. Still got it, he joked, trying to lighten the air. I gave him a smile, tight, not real. You do, I said softly. He leaned in for a kiss, and I let him. His mouth met mine, warm and patient, and I kissed him back because I remembered what that used to feel like. But that's all it was, memory. Inside, I was stiff. Numb. Watching myself from somewhere just above the moment, like a stranger standing in my own skin. Afterward, he held me by the waist, forehead against mine, whispering, "We're okay, right?" I nodded, but I didn't answer. Because I don't know. Because every time he touches me, I want to want him. But all I feel is pressure. And guilt. And shame. And yet, when Tarek laughs at my stupid jokes, or asks me how my day really was, or just looks me in the eye without touching me, something flickers. Not lust. Not exactly. Just attention. I keep asking myself, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just let Greg in? And then last night, when he reached for me again and I turned away, he exhaled hard and muttered, "Jesus, Dana." And I nearly cried. Because I'm not trying to punish him. I'm just trying to find myself. Why does everything have to turn into sex? It started over dinner. Baked salmon. Greg's favorite. I cooked because I felt guilty. For what? I'm not even sure anymore. For recoiling. For fantasizing. For existing in this quiet fog while my husband keeps reaching for someone I no longer recognize. He lit a candle. I poured wine. We tried. We really tried. He said, "You've been distant lately. Everything okay?" And my fork froze halfway to my mouth. I looked up and saw him, earnest, tired, hopeful. And for a split second, I almost lied. But something cracked. "No," I said, quietly. He blinked. "No?" I stared at the wine glass. "I feel disconnected, Greg. All the time. I feel like I'm performing. Pretending to be your wife. Your lover. I don't even know what I feel anymore, except tired." He leaned back like I'd slapped him. "So, what, you don't love me now?" he said, voice tight. I snapped. "Don't turn this into a quiz I'm supposed to pass. You touch me and expect it to fix everything. I need more than your hands on me. I need to feel like I still matter to you." Silence. The candle flickered between us like a witness. His jaw clenched. "I work 12-hour shifts saving people's lives. I come home and still try. I kiss you. I hold you. What the hell else am I supposed to do?" I wiped my eyes. I hadn't even realized I was crying. "You're supposed to see me, Greg. I'm right here, but you don't see me anymore." He looked away. Then quietly, bitterly, "Maybe someone else already does." And just like that, the air changed. We both knew what he meant. Tarek. And he wasn't wrong. After he stormed out of the room, I sat alone at the table. Salmon untouched. Wine untouched. My heart in my throat. What had I done? Or worse, what had we let die? The house has been quieter since that night. Not peaceful, just empty. Greg doesn't sleep in our bed anymore. He takes the couch, says it's for his back, but we both know better. I wake up and the other side of the bed is cold, like it forgot him already. He leaves early. Comes home late. We talk only when we have to, about bills, groceries, Jared's class schedule. Small things. Safe things. I caught him staring at me yesterday, like he was searching for something familiar in my face. I don't know if he found it. I miss him. I miss his stupid dad jokes, his strong arms around me when the world felt too loud. I miss how he used to kiss my shoulder while I did dishes or whisper "you're mine" when he pulled me close at night. But I don't miss feeling like an object. And I don't miss being afraid to speak. Now that the silence is here, it's deafening, but it's honest. I walked into the living room last night, saw him asleep on the couch. TV flickering. A throw blanket halfway across his chest like it had tried to comfort him and given up halfway. He looked older. Tired. And for the first time in weeks, I wanted to go to him. But I stood there, paralyzed. Because what would I say? Sorry I pulled away? Sorry you noticed I wanted something more? Sorry it wasn't you who made me feel alive? He stirred and looked at me. Not with anger. Just exhaustion. I whispered, "Greg." He nodded, like he heard me, but didn't know what to do with it. That's when I knew. We were either going to find each other again. Or we were going to disappear. And it was up to me to decide which one I wanted. I tried. I really did. 2 mornings ago, I made coffee just the way he likes it, 2 sugars, splash of cream, and left it on the counter for him. No note, no fanfare. Just, peace offering. He didn't say anything. Just drank it quietly and left for work. No kiss. No goodbye. That night, we sat on opposite ends of the couch, watching a movie neither of us cared about. Our bodies were close, but the space between us felt miles wide. I looked at his hand resting on his knee. Strong. Familiar. And yet I didn't reach for it. I think we both knew it was over. But neither of us wanted to say the words out loud. Later that night, I walked into our bedroom, my bedroom now, I guess, and stood in front of the mirror, brushing my hair. The door opened behind me. It was Greg. He walked in slowly. Didn't say anything. Just looked at me. I turned. He crossed the room and hugged me. A long, aching hug. His arms wrapped around my waist, and my face pressed into his chest. He smelled like cedar and soap. I closed my eyes. And for a moment, we weren't broken. But it passed. When he pulled back, he kissed my forehead, soft, tender, and whispered, "I don't think I know how to love you the way you need." I nodded. My throat ached. I know. He didn't cry. Neither did I. But something in us shattered quietly, like glass under a rug. That night, he slept in our bed for the first time in weeks. Facing the other way. No words. No touch. But at least, we said goodbye. Even if we never actually said it.